What's going on, everyone? My name's AJ, and today we're going to be reviewing the Nike Court Vision Low. So I copped the Nike Court Vision Low in the white colorway. It does come in many different other colorways, and this is an evergreen product from Nike, meaning you could probably get it year-round from Nike.com or a Nike store. And I actually got them from Nike for $70. I'm not sure how much they are now. I'll put a screenshot up here, but I did get them for $70, and the last time I saw them, they were about $75. So it comes in this red Nike box, and I know the pricing is a little weird because the MSRP on this shoe is actually $65. They may have increased it because I got these a while ago, but I finally decided to review them now. And this red Nike box just has Nike all over the box. And the tissue paper is just a regular white tissue paper, nothing fancy. And there are no extra laces. It just comes with the typical white laces that you see. And the box label says Nike Court Vision Low, and the colorway is white/white. White. So for the description of this shoe, Nike says that there is leather, but also synthetic leather on this shoe. If I were to guess what the real leather is, it's probably this front area right here where you could kind of see the leather there. But the swoosh and everything look like a fake leather because you can't really see the hide as much, more of an artificial leather there. But like I said earlier, I can't really tell what is the synthetic leather on this shoe because both of the leathers, whether it's synthetic or real leather, look pretty consistent to one another. But no one's really gonna notice that when you're looking at it on feet, because unless they had like a magnifying glass to really see the leather. But both of the leathers, whether it's real or fake, like I said earlier, do match up, and they're both in white. And this is continued all throughout the upper and all around the shoe, whether it's the midsole or the outsole, which is rubber. And the outsole just has a Nike logo there with the swoosh right under it. Unlike the Air Force One with very prominent asterisks or stars, it just has very faint stars. Has a mesh tongue with a tonal Nike swoosh logo, and it says Nike Court Vision on the tag, but you can't really see it. It's very, very, very faint. It has Nike debossed on the back, where you just see that Nike font logo. Several perforations, whether it's on the sides of the shoe, whether it's on the sides of the shoe or the toe box, there are several perforations, meaning basically just the holes. And the insole just has the Nike logo, and it has a swoosh on there, and it's in black on a white insole. As far as the sizing and the fit for this shoe, I'm a size 10. I bought these true to size, unlike an Air Force One where a lot of people say size down. So if I were to get an Air Force One, I'd probably get a 9.5 instead of a 10. For the Nike Court Vision Lows, I bought these true to size, so size 10. And I wore these with a pair of 100 Thieves joggers, and I wore the right pair laced up and the left pair a little loose. I personally would rock them either way. I don't have a preference. If you want to look a little more clean, you could have them laced up, or if you want to keep it casual, you can definitely have them a little bit unlaced. Which version do you guys like more? So these shoes are really, really easy to wear because they are all white, and it's a little bit more of a thin silhouette compared to the chunkier Air Force One. And for some folks, they may like that, and for others, they may not. The silhouette of this shoe fits closer to a Reebok or like a New Balance shoe. And now onto the pros. I'm gonna say that my first pro is that this shoe is almost always available. You probably don't have to get them on the resale market. You could get them from Nike.com or Nike in store. They're probably one of the most generic and widely stocked sneakers as far as Nikes go, and you don't have to get them from Nike. You could probably get them from other sneaker stores as well. And that means that this shoe is pretty low key and not as hyped as an Air Force One, which everyone sees on probably a daily basis. Another pro with this shoe is that it is very, very inexpensive. So I don't necessarily know the MSRP nowadays, but when I bought it, like it said on the box label, it was $65, which is technically $30 cheaper than the $100 Air Force One. And with that being said, I do think that even though it's not an Air Force One and it's slightly different as far as the silhouette goes, some people, if they don't know what the difference is with like this shoe and the Air Force One, they may think this is an Air Force One, but it actually isn't. So if you're looking for a more casual version, a more narrow version of the Air Force One, this silhouette is still cost effective and relatively stylish in its own right. And I'm pretty sure if you Google Nike Court Vision Low in white, you could probably find this shoe for well under $70, if not $65. And my last pro is that this is a Nike Air Force One alternative. So some folks don't like the chunkiness of the Air Force One. I know that the Air Force One is probably one of the most popular Nike shoes at the moment. People always cook them, meaning they get really dirty and they wear dirty Air Force Ones that are creased or just messed up. Throw that all aside, you could do the same thing with this shoe, but it looks really clean even though it's an under $70 shoe. And I actually did a poll with this shoe to see what people like. Do they like the Nike Court Vision Low compared to the Nike Air Force One? And a lot of people said they did like the Nike Air Force One compared to this, which I wasn't surprised about. But this shoe in its own right did still have a lot of votes. And I kind of understand that sentiment because the Air Force One, to me personally, is much better than this shoe, but I can see a lot of people liking this shoe as an alternative to the Air Force One. It has a very, very different silhouette, where it's a little bit more on the slim, narrow side. This shoe will remind a lot of people of like a New Balance shoe or even like a Reebok Classic or even an Adidas shoe based on how narrow and casual it is compared to the chunkier Air Force One. And my only con with this shoe is that it's not an Air Force One. A lot of folks, when they see this shoe or have the intention of buying this shoe, they probably think that it looks close or if not similar to an Air Force One. I know I'm saying Air Force One a lot, but this is the Nike Court Vision Low. And that's my only con. I think it's a cool shoe, but not gonna lie, a lot of people are gonna like the Air Force Ones over this shoe, and at just $30 more, they would probably buy the Air Force One over this shoe. And buying this Nike Court Vision Low is kind of against the grain of what typically folks would want to buy as far as like what's trendy nowadays. This isn't as trendy or cool as the Air Force One, and that's a con for some, but a pro for others. They may not like the chunkiness of the Air Force One. Stop shoe shaming, body shaming these shoes. They're shoes. Anyways, I personally don't have a preference because I have so many Air Force Ones, and I also like the Nike Court Vision Low. And my recommendation would be just to buy whatever silhouette you like, whether it's this Nike Court Vision Low or the typical Nike Air Force One. As long as it's cooler in your mind, I think that's really what matters. And that's the only con that I have. It's not an Air Force One, it's a Nike Court Vision Low, and some folks may just think this shoe is straight up just boring and really plain and really ugly because of the different paneling, the materials, and the silhouette. All in all, the Nike Court Vision Low is an inexpensive, comfortable, and stylish alternative to the chunkier Nike Air Force One. I would definitely recommend it if you like the look of this shoe, but if you don't, then just go with the Air Force One. And as much as I want to say that I like them equally, I probably like the Air Force One more, but I'll probably wear these in certain occasions if I just feel like switching it up a little bit. Nonetheless, the price difference, like I said earlier, is only $30 from this to the Air Force One, so just pick and choose which one you like. But what do you guys think about these shoes? Leave a comment below. Once again, my name's AJ. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, or even notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let go. Peace. Live yours.